What kind of air do you all breathe in Africa? Actually, in Africa, we inhale fat. We just go and stand in front of a person and get them to fart directly into our noses, and it enters our lungs. The bigger the person, the longer the fat stays in your lungs. And that's how we breathe in Africa. As I already told you, we don't have access to any technology, so we don't have cell phones or anything. But whenever we want to film content, we just go to the community center and stand in front of the giraffe. Their eyes are HD cameras. So we just stand in front of the giraffe and film our content, and then when we're done, we flick its ears and the content is automatically posted to the internet. And you see the antennas on the giraffe? It's the Wi-Fi. And that's how we survive without cell phones in Africa. What area of Africa do you live in? You want to know? Okay, let me show you. Come. I live in this area. Africans are poor. They don't have access to any technology. They are uncivilized. They live in a jungle. Nye, nye, nye. Habibi, come to Lagos. Or better still, Kuja, Kenya. Or just visit any other African city. In Africa, do you have clothes? No, we don't have clothes in Africa. We just mostly walk around just the way God created us. But anytime we want something fashionable to wear, we just grab banana leaves and wear, just like this. And that's how we survive without clothes in Africa. Yeah. Do you have toothbrushes to brush your teeth in Africa? No, we don't have toothbrushes to brush our teeth in Africa, but anytime we need to brush our teeth, we just go to the bush and grab a lizard by its head, then use its tail to brush our teeth. The older the person, the larger the lizard. And that's how we survive without toothbrushes in Africa. Yeah. How do you talk or communicate in Africa? As you already know, in Africa, we don't talk. So we use our eyes to communicate. The number of times we blink determines what we want to say. For example, I'm going to ask this lady behind me right now to pass me her phone without saying a word. Watch this. You see? It worked. And that's how we communicate in Africa. Africa is beautiful. Does Africa have houses? Actually, we don't have any houses in Africa. The only houses we have here are huts, which are already occupied by the rich people. But for those of us who are poor, we just live in the jungle with the wild animals. Sometimes we cuddle up in the lion's den with the lions, or sleep in the zebra cave with the zebras. And also sometimes we just sleep on trees. And that's how we survive without houses in Africa.
You have perfumes in Africa?
No, we don't have perfumes in Africa, but anytime we want to smell good, we just go to the farm and grab a couple of chickens, then get them to fart under our armpits. The bigger the chicken, the longer the scent. And that's how we survive without perfumes in Africa. Do you all have cereal in Africa? No, we don't have cereal in Africa, but anytime we need something flaky to take, we just go straight to the community river and grab an alligator or a fish, then scrape its scales into a bowl. And then next we go straight to the cow ranch and milk a cow directly into the same bowl, then eat. And that's how we survive without cereal in Africa. Do you have electricity supply in Africa? No, we don't have electricity supply in Africa, but anytime we need electricity, the oldest witch in our community goes to the top of the highest mountain in Wakanda, then summons the god of thunder, Amadioha. And then immediately the god of thunder strikes with thunder and lightning. She then captures the lightning in the bottle and distributes it to every hut in the community. And that's how we survive without electricity in Africa. Yeah. So I decided to make it my life's purpose to educate the world about Africa and to teach people that Africa is much more than what they've been taught. Africans can't speak English. In fact, we don't know any words in the English language. My name is Charity Ekezie, and I create sarcastic content that dispels negative stereotypes about Africa. So many people have asked me where I get my inspiration from or how I come up with my stories, and truthfully, it just comes to me naturally. In my videos, I don't only try to entertain, but educate as well, because I realize that people learn faster when you use humor. Rain does not fall in Africa. My biggest goal in life is to make sure that people see Africa for what it truly is, and that is amazing. I don't plan to stop educating people until I can change at least every single stereotype. This video is powered by Filmora. Check out the hashtag Share the Spotlight campaign to highlight Black talents and raise funds for Black creatives.
So guys, that was a special sarcastically video, specially for CMA aka comedian Michael Allen and also PP aka Philly Phil that had so much to say and was laughing, together. You guys was laughing, about Africa and also Ecuador. You guys mentioned Peru. You guys have mentioned so many, names and countries, also in Africa and all of that. I was like, okay, what is going on? And, I'm like, educate yourself, really. Really, do that. Like, I'm educating myself, about where your guys from. You should do that too before you sit there and make the most stupid comments about it. But definitely an hypocritical moment that was on that panel, I have to say. But of course, Sylis Mukbang is going live. We are going live this time with this hypocritical moment. We're going to talk about this shakara. And for your information, I am not from Africa. I know my roots is definitely from Africa, but I am from the beautiful island Curacao. So don't push it, everybody. Ahora!
You can't fix stupid. Stupid is forever.